Game Ready is all about taking care of yourself, eating right, but most importantly, keeping your mind in the game. Athlete performance coach Dan Noble is the perfect person to tell us just how to do that. Welcome. Now, Dan is the athletic director of the Hill Academy and strength and conditioning coach for the Chinese national women's hockey team. How'd you get into that?
Well, it's a little bit of a unique role. Obviously, as you can see, hockey and China aren't two things you obviously think about together, but last summer I met someone that used to work in Hockey Canada that had connections with the Chinese hockey program, and they were really looking to make a big jump as their team kind of dropped out of the Olympics last year. And so they're looking to get back into that level, and so they're really putting a lot of money into the program, and they wanted to start right for the training program first. And so I spent a month over in Beijing last summer, and they came over here for 6 months, and so we're going back and forth. And
now you're getting them game ready. Now,
yes.
Now, how we're getting game ready here for breakfast, everyone knows breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but how it's specifically important for athletes. Tell us about what we got to do in the mornings.
Well, the biggest thing you'll see, especially with young athletes, is that most kids are waking up in the morning, they're grabbing, some sort of like sugary filled, processed pastry. Convenient, whatever's there, grab. Their parents are yelling at them because they're late and things like that. And I try to give them the picture of this. Hey, look, your body's a sports car, right? And I said you would never drive a sports car on empty, right? And so when you wake up in the morning, we got to fill it up, right? So, and here's an awesome example of some great fuels that we should be getting, right? So from the quickest thing possible, right? So if we don't have time, awesome to make a great smoothie.
Throw it in a blender.
Right? Throw it in a blender. You can add your fruits. You got spinach. You can barely taste it. It doesn't look great, but it tastes awesome. So you can get that in, take that on the go. Plus, you can get any sort of fruit combination between fats and proteins.
And if you're just quick on the go.
And if you're quick on the go, the Belvita offers a great source of fiber and whole grains, and something again that you can add to your whole complete breakfast, right? Because no one food is a magic fix, but adding everything together. All right.
The guys are chilling over here. Getting game ready just doesn't happen before the game. It happens all week. So take us through some of the stuff that you guys would do to get game ready for the week.
Okay, so this is Carter, and one of the questions I get asked all the time is, what's your best exercise? What exercise should I do for my son or child? And
best or most hated?
Best or most hated goes, together, right? And there's no magical exercise. There's no one thing. It's all about the program. But one exercise that I think gives us our biggest bang for our buck is what we call our squat lunge matrix. Okay, and you'll just see Carter's going to go through this, and this is an awesome exercise to do kind of a couple days before the game. Again, working through all ranges of the body. So right now he's getting his quads, he's getting his shoulders, and he's going to be reaching forward, he's going to be reaching laterally, and also rotationally. And once he gets through that, then he's going to go into his lunges, right? And so whether it's hockey, lacrosse, Carter's a lacrosse player, lunging and stepping and reaching is a big part of all sports,
and
right?
you're really activating the entire body while
exactly.
You're doing this.
So we're getting our hamstrings, and we're transferring that weight through all planes of the body. And then, so we don't have a ton of space here. So Carter's, again, going laterally. And a lot of programs you'll see everything's trained straight forward, right? So we want to train sports as a three-dimensional environment. Right. We want to train within that environment. So.
And now over here, this is something that's new to a lot of people because they don't see it outside of athletics, but hip mobility is a huge thing for every athlete.
And, kind of the 4 pillars of how to get an athlete game ready right now. We've got our nutrition, we've got our strength training, and then recovery and regen, which really is the most important. So, with Jake right now, he's looking at restoring his hip mobility. He's trying to expand that, which is also going to help with his stride length, his speed, and a lot of different aspects.
And your stride length, when you're opening it up like this, also creates your power, creating bigger explosion, more explosion.
Exactly.
And we were talking a little bit earlier that this is all well and good, but the game prep is a lot about what's up here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with young athletes today, especially with hockey, you see parents putting a lot of pressure on their kids right now. And so it's good to look at what's good pressure and bad pressure, right? And it's about obviously engaging your kid in the game and making it fun for them, right? Especially for a young child, right? Don't put so much pressure on them, getting them to break down their game and doing all these visualizations. Talk to them, make it enjoyable, doing something that you do together and you can share in that and, involve them in the process.
Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can follow me at Coach Noble 45.
Perfect.
And you can see us at thehillacademy.com for more information on our training programs. And just quickly giving a shout out to these guys is our lacrosse women's and men's teams are heading off with the Hill Academy this week on a huge trip where they go play all these top prep schools in the U.S. and we do really well, and so we're excited and wish these guys all the best.
Awesome. And for more information, you go to breakfasttelevision.ca. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
we're going to take a break right now. I'm going to do some hip mobility and tear the pants off my body.
Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
You know I'm a killer, be 43 million feet up in the sky full of diamonds. I'm